This is episode 49 of Dreadful Talk Podcast. I got a special guest for you guys this week. I got AMG Pabbi. And how's it going, man? Oh, it's all good.
I got you.
But yeah, man, how you doing? Where you coming? Where you coming live from?
Man, I'm coming live come out here right now in Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming live from. But I'm from New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's definitely what I wanted to talk to you about, man. Just a little bit about New Orleans, a little bit about, your just whole journey, man, because I kind of have somewhat of a similar journey, kind of in reverse, though. I started in Oklahoma and found my way out here out west, but yeah, I also played a little bit of football, man. So yeah, whenever I heard your story, I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to talk to this guy, man.
On me. Heck yeah, man. So how I started was I've been playing football,
Yeah.
I played football for OU, so I got like a full scholarship to go play for OU. And when OU recruited me, at the time, and a lot of people give me like a lot of like hard time on this because at the time I ain't know just who OU really was.
Okay.
Like, I'm from New Orleans, so it's like all I knew was LSU.
LSU.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when Bob Stoops came to my office, came sit down in my high school, I walked in and everybody was like, "Oh my God, you got Bob Stoops here? You got Bob Stoops here?" And I'm like, I don't know, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And like I went in there or whatever, and Bob Stoops, you know what I'm saying, greeted me, shook my hand, everything. And in my head, I'm like, okay, like, being from New Orleans and you know what I'm saying? And thinking about, okay, now I'm about to come to Oklahoma. You feel me? Not throwing no shade, but at the same time.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, exactly. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, man, I don't know. Because I told my coach after I met him, I was like, look, coach, I don't think I want to go into Oklahoma. I might just tell him, like, I don't want to go there. You feel what I'm saying? And my coach was looking at me like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was, like, crazy.
Yeah. It's a good opportunity.
Of course, I never told him that eventually I actually wound up coming to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And 2015, and me coming here ended up with 4 rings back to back.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so,
what years? What was the year frame?
2015 to 2019.
Okay, dope. Yeah, that's a hell of a run, man. And that's crazy to hear you talk about. I was gonna ask you that, man, because I'm actually from Norman, Oklahoma. Like I lived there from ages like 11 to ages like right before I moved out here to like 21. Like I lived in Norman. I played ball at Norman High School. But I played a smaller time college. But I went out to Oklahoma Baptist out in Shawnee and played some football out there. I grew up as like a little kid, like idolizing Bob Stoops. So it's just funny, like two different perspectives, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, if some random state, approached me that I didn't know nothing about, I would have felt the same way as you. Yeah, it ain't nothing. Yeah. That's an interesting story, man. So yeah, I want to ask you a little bit about New Orleans. Unfortunately, I've never been there.
Okay.
But it's a legendary city, a lot of great athletic talent, a lot of great music talent. Legendary city in both regards, both things that concern yourself and producing talent wise. And but yeah, man. Like as far as New Orleans goes, the first thing I think most people's mind goes to when they think of New Orleans or hear New Orleans or just anything about New Orleans, people always bring up the food, talk about the food. And what's one thing that like you really can't get the real thing unless you're in New Orleans?
What, bro? One thing, or just like
or is it just everything? Is it just the whole deal? If it ain't from there, it ain't the real deal.
It's just really like anything that's labeled Cajun.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's labeled Cajun, anything gumbo, anything that's Cajun. It's not like it's almost like if you from Philly and you had a cheesesteak somewhere else.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
I even experienced the Oklahoma damn version of that. So you've been in Oklahoma long enough to know that like Oklahoma prides itself on like some fried catfish. That's like a part of like the Oklahoma culture. And so like, I'm out here on the West Coast, and like you really can't find like there's restaurants that'll try to tell you it's catfish, but it ain't the real catfish. So like that's like my version of that. Or same thing like biscuits and gravy, like it's like some flour and some water. Like you can't get that real that like when I think of Oklahoma food, that's the type of stuff I think about like chicken fried steak, fried catfish, biscuits and gravy. Like and out here in California, there's a million dope spots to eat, but you ain't gonna find that. So I'm sure it's the same way for a New Orleans boy.
Hell yeah, it's the same. Like
Yeah.
gumbo, you know. But I ain't gonna lie, Oklahoma, y'all have some nice. Like I ain't never tried chitlins till I came out here.
I still ain't ever tried it, man. I ain't tried the Mexican version either. I ain't had no menudo either. I'm that's both my heritage, and I avoided on both sides, man. but man, everybody says it's worth trying, man. I don't know. I'm pretty adventurous, but that's just one thing I ain't made my way to, man. But man, when I think of also, so the first thing I think about is food. The next thing I think about is all like some of my favorite musical artists ever have come out of either not necessarily just New Orleans, but Louisiana as a whole. Like I feel
Right.
like Louisiana is slept on from like a hip hop point of view. You know, everybody talks about like New York, LA, Atlanta, you know, so Chicago. But some of my favorite all time artists are from Louisiana. You know, what's your thoughts on just the reputation of like Louisiana music and like the legacy of like, you know, the legendary artists that have came out of there?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like, of course, you know, and I just like, and in terms of not even just speaking on, just hip hop wise, like jazz wise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Long history
Like
across
Chuck,
the board.
all of them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but just in terms of like music wise for right now, as far as like hip hop, I would say definitely, of course, like hands down, Lil Wayne. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh
can't
yeah. My
Orleans,
favorite still to
exactly.
this day. To this day.
New Orleans, what I mentioned in Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so like, he definitely influenced like a lot of my music. You feel what I'm saying? Because as far as like, yeah, my music might not sound like his, but he influenced the way I present my words, the way I do my metaphors and everything like that. Because he's very metaphoric.
Oh yeah. The
Right?
best metaphors.
You feel what I'm saying? So like, you know, he influenced my bars like that. And of course, Master P. You can't
Okay.
stand without Master P too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He, you know, no limit. You feel what I'm saying? There was the team that it was no limit in Hot Boys. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's crazy too. Like, whenever, like, 'cause you think of a lot of Lil Wayne's newer music, it doesn't sound very like New Orleans or very Louisiana. But you go back and listen to like the Hot Boys stuff, it sounds super New Orleans, like super Louisiana, more of the high pitched, like just that classic New Orleans sound. He eventually kind of evolved, but you listen to that old stuff, it sounds straight Louisiana. That's what people don't know.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like just because of the, you know, the way we talk. You feel what I'm saying? Our slang, you know what I'm saying? The way we say our words and stuff like everybody go crazy when we say the word baby. You feel what I'm saying? You know that. You feel me? So it's like, yeah. So I mean, we have a
Man,
thing
the
like
first time I ever had a grown man call me baby real slow like that, I didn't know how to react. Like I froze. Like everybody thinks they like have a reaction. I had no reaction. I just kind of like froze. I was like, that just happened. Like I could tell the energy was all good. I knew it wasn't nothing funny or nothing, but it was just I like froze up. I was like, oh man, that's just, I never had experienced that. But yeah, just different cultures, man. It's awesome.
man, I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the biggest changes I had made when I came out here. Well, it ain't really changed, but when I came out here, you know what I'm saying? Like just the way we talk, like I say, I'd be like, say, baby, like I talk to a girl and she automatically be like, oh my God, like he called me his baby, like all out of context, you feel me? Like, and I'd be like, you know, could we say that to, it's like, it's almost like saying, bro,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like we,
yeah.
you know, or jit in Florida, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the way we talk.
No, no, and that shit, your environment influences how you talk a lot. Like I feel like my how I talk has like a little drop from like every little stop I've had along my journey. It happens, man. Like I never forget, man. I had a roommate from Houston, and he had so many like unique like slang words and just the way he talked, man. That shit hella rubbed off on me hard just because you with somebody all day, every day, man. And it's just no, I feel it, man. It's I love because that's one thing that's different about the United States. You know, like if you say like from state to state, we all speak English, but it's our own version of it. Like as opposed, like if you're in Europe, you know, you go from France to Spain, it's totally different languages. Like we kind of have a version of that, but you know, it's obviously still all English. But it's just different, man. I love learning about different places and regions and all that stuff, man. Some man, too. I don't want to talk Louisiana rap without giving a quick shout out. I don't know if you remember. I don't know, you might, but R.I.P. Little Snoop, man. He never
Oh,
really, yeah. I
yeah,
was the biggest Little Snoop fan, like mixtape days. Like I don't know if I found it on Hot New Hip Hop or one of them sites back
yeah.
in the days, but yeah, man. I was always real big on Little Snoop. I feel like he don't always get talked about. Gone too soon. And then, obviously, man, Boosie in Oklahoma, like Oklahoma adopted Boosie as one of our own. Like any Oklahoma dude's car is going to be some Boosie. Like he just related to the culture.
Of course, bullshit. Like I mean, I feel like he wrote like Dallas,
Oh
got that
yeah,
kind of like adopt. Like we play bullshit a lot. You feel what I'm saying? And I go like in New Orleans specifically, it's like Baton Rouge, and a lot of people get confused. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Those are
Baton,
two different spots.
exactly, they two different spots.
Yeah,
Like
that's the
in
same way out here in Cali, like the Bay and LA. Like people try to act like they're the same thing, but it's two different
yeah,
cultures.
like in New Orleans, you hear me? Like you won't really hear a lot of boost. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, so like you, a lot of people play Boosie and like, cause a lot of people thought Boosie was from Texas. Like that's how much they think.
Oh,
Like that's how much, you feel what I'm saying, out there in the Dallas area. You feel me?
yeah.
And Dallas is like, I feel like Oklahoma is like a smaller version of Dallas. You feel what I'm saying?
No, there's a lot of similarities there for sure, especially culture-wise, for
Oh,
sure.
I feel like Oklahoma is like a mix between Dallas and California.
Yeah, it's a really random how many people in Oklahoma are from California. So like that was my exact story, bro. So like I was born out here in the Bay Area. I lived pretty much all my life out there in Oklahoma, and then I moved back out to the Bay Area whenever I was like 22. But like you meet so many people with that Oklahoma California connection, and you even learn the history, like going back to like the Grapes of Wrath and all that shit. There's like a real historical connection there between Oklahoma and California. It's pretty wild. So man, real quick, and then we can kind of keep it pushing on. But I'm just curious to ask you, man. So like, were you in New Orleans during Katrina?
Yeah, yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was actually like, me and my family was on the roof for like 3 days.
Holy shit, brother.
Yeah, we didn't even, cause I mean, it was really like the boy that cried wolf. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
before that hurricane came, there was another hurricane that was supposed to come, and we all, you know what I'm saying, we all got our shit, packed up everything and dipped, and it didn't come. It wound up,
Ah.
so like they talking about, oh, this hurricane, woo, it coming, and we just like, man, whatever. You hear me? And like eventually, like when them lights hit off and that power went off and shit started hitting the fan, we're like, oh shit, it's here. You feel me? So like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a crazy experience because like not a lot of people get the experience a scene that's similar to Armageddon and live to tell about it, because it's almost like, and I say that, and it sounds like very extreme, but like in that sense of like, when I say, bro, it was nothing but like chaos. Like I remember it was me and my dad, and we had went to because at this point we out of power, right? We was out of power for like, I think, a week and a half before the storm, like, you know what I'm saying, even did its thing. So I remember it was me and my dad, we went to go look for food, you know what I'm saying, at the this place called, we call it Winn Dixie. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll go to when Dick's or whatever. Me and my dad. When I say it's like just nothing but like just people just rushing and just grabbing every fucking thing. That yeah, they bum rushing. They stealing. It's not no like you know what I'm saying. Like,
every man for himself.
right? Yeah, basically like just every man for himself. And I just remember, you feel what I'm saying? You know, everybody looking for like essentials like water, bread, like food and shit. You feel what I'm saying? I thought it was funny. I seen a nigga walk out with the gumball machine. Like, I was like, okay, I guess you know what I'm saying. I guess you need some sweets in his life. Let him have it. You feel me? But
oh shit,
man, it was just wicked. Helicopters flying over everywhere, like people just being frantic. You feel what I'm saying? And
like you got to see this like that fragile little thing that like we all pretend and agree upon like that society, but like that it's so fragile, right? Like how people just can't. We can turn that switch off and on given the right circumstances.
nah, for real, man. Like dead ass. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was wicked. Like people just
So how old were you, bro? Were you got to be pretty young, right?
yeah, I was like 9. Yeah, I was like 9.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
like
man.
9.5 going on 10.
Yeah, I remember. So I was in Oklahoma during that time, and like that's whenever we got the Hornets came to Oklahoma with Chris
Yeah.
Paul and David West, that old team. That was like the first NBA game I got to go to. Not saying that it was like dope or anything. I'm just saying like how it
Yeah.
impacted, and then like yeah, we had so many people just was like just new kids was just at our school like essentially overnight. It's like because Oklahoma City was a place that some people had to go, but y'all just rode it out the whole way, huh? Just stayed in New Orleans that whole time.
Yeah, we stayed in New Orleans that whole time until the helicopter came basically and picked us up. You feel what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, so when the helicopter came, it was like 2 helicopters that came before the last one. You feel
Oh shit.
said it was gonna come back, they never came back.
Oh
Yeah, it was wicked, bro. Like
damn. Yeah,
in that was
but
apartments, and right, literally like a couple blocks down from us was all the rich people. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll come back. They took care of the rich people before they came. Exactly. So it was just like, just a lot of like conspiracies and shit like that. At the time,
yeah.
paying attention to all of it. You feel me? But
Yeah. Man, no, it's crazy. Like we do the same shit as Oklahomans. Like, oh, it's tornado warning on the TV. The first thing people do is just go look in the front yard. Like, hell, I can't see that motherfucker yet. You know what I'm saying?
bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. That was another thing. That was like very like I say like that was just different for me. And I've seen it. I was just different. Like y'all be like a hurricane coming, and not like a tornado coming, and that'd be like, oh, bet we about to go watch it. Like what? Like what? Run! Like what you like? Drop and roll! Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I remember my experience. My first thing when I was in college, bro. Man, like when I say it's like shining outside. You know what I'm saying? 98 degrees. Like it's shining. I go to the bathroom, take a piss, come back. It's pitch black, dog. I'm saying, yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I almost shitting myself. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? Because, I'm used to hurricanes, like, water and all that extra shit.
Yeah.
Spinning wind. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah.
No.
And y'all need to, I'm going to tell you this. Y'all need to have some type of freaking warning that Saturdays y'all have y'all warning signals and shit, bro. Because every Saturday, for a whole, like, 2-3 weeks straight, y'all had a nigga paranoid.
Right, jumping under the table and shit.
I was saying, y'all don't let us know shit.
Oh, man. No, I feel it, man. So, yeah, man. Like, so, we talked about New Orleans, man. So, like, the next kind of step in your journey, very, like I said, kind of similar to mine, was the football, man. And, like, and you know how, so I was laughing. So, for those that don't know, we postponed this just by, like, 30 minutes. But my man here was super courteous and let me know exactly 30 minutes before. So you gave me a heads up. And I was like, that's how I can tell this man played football. Because dealing with these other motherfuckers in the world that just ain't got no type of discipline, bro, like like I've had like I don't know. I've just had so many people like I can tell you value people's time. You know what I mean? Just because you let me know, and I appreciated that. But like I just dealt with so many like undisciplined people, and I was like, it was so refreshing. I was like, see, we the same type of person in that regard. Like football just teaches you like these lessons, like whether it be valuing somebody's time, whether it be like the whole work ethic thing, like I always thought that shit was like overrated or like kind of just coach speak. And then I got out here in the real world with like these motherfuckers that just never did nothing their whole lives. Like, oh, what did you do? Like most people say, oh, I played football, I played soccer. But you ever just work with somebody who just never did shit? They be the most sloppiest, unorganized, like can't get right type people, bro. And it's like I don't know. I appreciate you. I appreciated that about you, and just like, but football, like them lessons. I don't know. Have you realized that like all that shit that we always heard coaches say when we were younger, and we kind of roll our eyes or whatever. But like once you get into the real world and you notice the people that didn't hear that shit, you're like, damn, y'all
Oh, yeah.
motherfuckers is the one that needed to hear that shit.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to say it to this extreme, but to a certain extent, we like football players are, you can say, almost similar to people in the army when they leave. You feel what I'm saying? We be stuck in this routine. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Working out, we're doing this, we're doing that. We've been waking up early all our life. You feel what I'm saying? And like we can handle. That's why a lot of companies and a lot of places like to hire former football players. You
Yeah,
feel
I put it on my resume, even though I didn't even really end up doing shit, just to let them know exactly. Like because there's something to be said about somebody who's done something hard in their life. Like, have you ever just been having a conversation with somebody and you can tell like they've literally never had a hard day, and it's just like a certain level of like respect kind of drops, at least from my point of view. It's like you've literally never lifted a finger your whole life.
on me, trust me, I can see that shit a mile away, man. On me.
No, man, for real. And then like the networking part of it too, right? Like I'm sure like since your post playing career, you and all your boys that you play with, like y'all's paths cross like later in life, and y'all all kind of contribute in y'all's own little way. It's really dope. Like just like this shirt I'm wearing, this is my other podcast, Beefy Boys Breakdown. Like I do it with a guy I played football with years and years and years ago. But that bond, that brotherhood, just being able to count on each other, that never really goes away.
Oh, definitely, man. Like even still, like I got this shirt that I got on right now. So I have my own clothing brand. You feel what I'm saying? It's called Sincerely. It's not merch. It's a brand. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, that's a
Merch,
big difference.
yeah, it's a lot of people don't understand that.
This shit is merch.
Yeah, yeah. People like, so this is my brand. You feel what I'm saying? I got my shorts with it as well. You feel me? So
Dope.
yeah, I understand a lot of my former teammates and stuff sport my stuff like that. If you can see this shirt stay disrespectful.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that
And
the brand?
yeah, different colors and everything like that. But
Dope.
yeah, man. So I definitely understand.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. And then this is something else I know you'll relate to because there's something you had to confront, something I had to confront. It's something very few people have to had to confront though. It's like when you're a football player, from the moment you like decide like this is what I'm gonna do, that clock is ticking, right? Till that day you can't do it no more. It's not like anything else in the world. Like there's literally nothing else. Like if you play basketball, you can find pickup games. If you play soccer, you can find rec leagues. If you play baseball, you can find like beer league softball. There is literally like football is like a really unique thing. I guess wrestling's kind of similar. You can do jujitsu or something, but like you can really only do it as a very young man and for a very limited amount of time. And I don't know. I feel like every football player just has that moment where they realize, where you're that last time you take off that helmet, there is no substitute. Like there is like literally a gap to fill. And I
Yeah.
know you've experienced that. It's a weird one, man. It's something there's not really like an answer for. Like everybody has to kind of deal with it in their own way. It's not like a one size solution.
Yeah, and that honestly, that's to be honest, that's how I kind of found music. To be honest,
Mm,
you feel what I'm saying? So like I didn't leave football because of course I wanted to. I got
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a back injury, which, wound up hurting myself during practice. You know what I'm saying? It was during practice, getting ready for bowl week when we're about to play Alabama. You know what I'm saying? And I
Damn.
hurt my back. And when I say the doctor gave me two choices, he said, "Hey, either you can continue playing and risk being paralyzed for the rest of your life to where it's like you can't play with your kids and do all that, or you can stop playing and keep that future." And if you know, like I know, you already know the choice that I picked.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Yeah,
a,
man.
you feel what I'm saying? Like I wanted to keep playing. You feel me? Because football was all I had. Football, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't know what the freak college was. You feel what I'm saying? Before football, you hear me? Like football gave me the opportunity. Football was almost like my first love that I just never wanted to let go. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my mom, you feel what I'm saying? Hearing my mom, shed tears, get emotional about it, really is what swayed me to be like, you know what? Like I'm done. You feel what I'm saying? It's cool. And through that time, man, I was going through heavy depression, bro. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
heavy depression. And it was that, bro, that depression was going on because that was my identity. That's who I felt I was. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, once you take that away from me, it's like, what am I now? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what am I. You feel me? And like,
That's real, man. I done
yeah,
felt that. I done had, them conversations that you have with yourself, but it's not because people don't understand. Like you literally putting your body, your health on the line. And it's such a mental drain too. You're quite literally pouring all of yourself into something. It's almost like if like a painter worked like 10 hours a day on this masterpiece painting and then somebody just comes and like burns it, or you know what I mean, just rip it in half. You know what I mean? Like
oh man,
it's just this the level people don't understand because most people I've realized like never really dedicate that much, like put that all their eggs in one basket like football players are kind of forced to, right? Like they'll give you that kind of company line of whole, oh, you're a student athlete because student comes first, but it's like the whole time like tongue in cheek, like we all know why I'm really here, you know what
that
I'm saying?
I mean,
Yeah, bro. But we're all playing this game. Like this ain't why I'm here, but we all know why I'm here, and y'all wouldn't even probably want me here if it wasn't for this. You know what I mean? So there's a weird dynamic. So I went to OU for only one semester, and it was a unique experience. It was obviously a gorgeous campus, and it's a good school, good place to get education, good place to obviously play football if you're fortunate enough to. And like, but
yeah,
when you're walking through campus, isn't it like kind of like a weird energy of like the kind of like, or maybe not, maybe it's very different as a football player. So when I was at OU, I did not play football. I was just there as a student, but I got this very like kind of haves and have nots energy. Like, I don't know, like it was weird. Maybe it was me. Maybe it was me projecting. But you overall you enjoyed your time at OU?
man, yeah. And granted, like you said, I was playing football, so when you playing football in Norman, especially for OU, you get a different type of love. So
Yeah.
you have a different type of experience than other people.
Yeah.
And
Fair.
so, like, and I was telling somebody just recently, we were talking about that because they were talking about like experiencing like racism and all that extra stuff in Norman, and like I never really experienced that. Maybe like I said, maybe due to the fact that like I played football and us playing football, we seen as like what I'm saying,
No, it
figures.
helps. It helps. It
Yeah,
helps, man. And I'm glad you never had to experience that, man. For real.
yeah. I mean, I really, my time at OU was really good. Like to be honest, you know what I'm
No,
saying.
that's dope, man. That's what I like to hear for real. Definitely, man. But yeah, so like, after you had to stop playing football, and then you found music. Was there any overlap? Like I know your ass was freestyling in the locker room.
Oh, me, we
Yeah, yeah, there
in
we
the
go.
locker room, man. Like what the heck? Heck yeah, we were freestyling and stuff. But to be honest, man, I never ever thought I'd be a musician, like do music and an artist. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I told you before, football is everything. But not only that, I have a cousin that was signed to Young Money. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Back
and
back in Louisiana.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he was the one that was with the music stuff, Lil Chucky. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember little Chucky back.
Yeah.
I used to. Yeah, I used to listen to all them Young Money albums and shit when I was younger.
He used to do the music stuff, and you know what I'm saying? That's my first cousin. So he used to do the music stuff, and
That's
like
what's
I seen,
up.
I'm a baller. I'll be balling. You feel what I'm saying? So I never see myself doing music. But and like I don't smoke, I don't drink. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
First of all, you never hear that in any of my songs because I just don't smoke, I don't drink. So there's no and football was the, you know what I'm saying? Everything. So like I didn't really have no like tunnel to where I could just release this. You feel what I'm saying? So like I just wound up, you know what I'm saying, going to the studio one day, you feel me, doing music, you know what I'm saying, just freestyling or whatever. I put it on SoundCloud. That thing got to like 21,000, bro.
Oh, dope. Hell
Exactly.
yeah.
I was like, oh shit, like that's all you gotta do. You feel what I'm saying? So like, and then I just kept it going from there. You know what I'm saying? And I started in 2019 at the end of
Okay.
2019, I believe. And till now, you feel what I'm saying? And now like I had to learn a lot. Like
Yeah.
music is expensive. You feel me?
It's so expensive. That's like the main reason I stopped. Me and my boys used to make music back in the day, and some of them still do. But yeah, it's expensive. People don't understand. It's like fixing up a car. You know what I mean? It's always something you got to buy.
And that's why I had to learn, you know what I'm saying? I learned how to mix and master my own songs. I learned how
Oh,
to
that's dope.
so I'm pretty sure if you heard it in my songs, you feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know I mixed and master
I was gonna ask you that, bro. So that little drop, it says like Pabbi, right? And then because that's dope. I was gonna ask you about that. Did you have them added in? But you added that in yourself because you're the one that makes and masters it, right?
yeah,
That's
yes.
fire. That's fire, and that's dope because it's like that's most of the time what people hear that and like people like that shit, but it's usually promoting somebody other than the artist. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone there, you know?
Oh heck yeah, man. So that's based. The only thing I don't do is the beat.
Yeah.
But as far as like my voice and my vocals and everything, and I'll be doing a lot of stuff with the beat, like switching it up, like you know, I said just mixing it up, doing a lot of stuff too. But yeah, man, you had to because like one song just to get one song finished, mix and master everything, was like $150,
Okay.
$200 for one.
Yeah. And it can get more expensive than that even. So yeah, no, I feel you. So learning that skill really saved you a lot of money in the long run.
Man, did it?
No, that's fire. That's dope, man. I appreciate that too. And that's once again like applying that work ethic into the craft. You know what I mean? Like everybody thinks it's well, I don't that's one of those things that like I don't think people really think rapping is easy because you'll hear people say that. Usually it's like, not the smartest person, but you'll hear people say that, oh, anybody can rap or this and that. But it's really not. But I don't think that's why I don't think people mean that when they say that. I think it's just a thing people say because they don't got nothing better to say. But trying to actually make a song from start to finish, from the concept too, like even thinking of a song in your head is really hard, start to finish. So and then not to mention actually making it a real song that you can listen to with headphones. There's a lot of steps in between point A and point B.
Oh yeah, on me.
What is kind of like your creative process? Like are you one of those people that like hears a beat and then writes to that beat? You already have like a notebook full of lyrics and then you try to find a beat that matches the energy. Like there's a lot of different approaches that people take. Do you kind of do both simultaneously, man? What's your creative process like, even as far as like picking out a beat to how you
Yeah.
write to it or whatever, man? What's the secret sauce?
Honestly, man, I don't write. I don't write
Oh
it up.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't I haven't written, you know, because I had like when I first started off music, I had a hard time when I write. I had a hard time reading. Like it's a difference between you rapping it and you reading it. You know what I'm
Yeah. And you can hear that sometimes
saying?
coming through on the mic. I hate when I hear a song and I can tell somebody's reading it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So like, so with me, how I do it, man. Like I hit a beat, right? First of all, I cannot be in a room while the producer's making a beat. Right? I can't. That just I can't because I don't want to hear the beat over and over and over and over and over. So I hear the beat the first 30 seconds. If I like the beat, I'm in the studio. I put my headphones on and I do something called the run, right? And basically what that is me. I find my cadence. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I find my cadence and I find my melodies. You feel what I'm
Mm.
saying? With it, as soon as I find the melodies I want to use, then I just go back and just plug the words. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So that's kind of how I
That
do it.
that really is, it's almost like reverse engineered rap, you know, like back in the day it would be almost the exact opposite. It would be like the words and then they would go back and tweak it afterwards. It's almost like reverse engineering that process, which is dope because that just comes with time, right? Everything evolves and everything. That's what I don't think a lot of these because you know you make a very modern style of rap. You know what I mean? Well, you know, there's some auto tune. There's like you talked about. It's very melodic, and that's dope. Like I don't view that as like any lower quality. Like you'll hear kind of that classic old head hip hop fan on Twitter or whatever. You know, oh this mumble rap this or this auto tune this, but I
Yeah,
really don't think that type of person with that type of criticism does understand the process of how it even takes to get that to sound good. Because you just throw auto tune on anything and it's gonna sound like that classic like little kid blowing into the fan. You know, it doesn't sound good. People think that it just automatically sounds good, but there is a method to the madness behind the
yeah.
scenes.
The it do not sound like it, that is meant to the madness. So like with me, you have to the better you know how to use your vocals, the better auto tune sounds. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So like with me, I know I don't particularly know how to sing, but I know how to harmonize. You feel
Yeah.
how to hit those notes to where it sounds really good on my songs. You feel what I'm saying? So, but a lot of people get it confused, and a lot of people like I say like, what's his name? I forgot his name, but like he's one of rappers or whatever. His name like Neighborhood something I forgot, but he's like a little rapper or whatever, and like you could tell he cannot sing at all. Like
Yeah, people just trying to use auto tune for the sound.
exactly, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, one person that really like sparked my interest, honestly, man, is Tory Lanez.
Yeah,
Like
I've been on Tory since way back when YouTube Tory.
he influenced me a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, like, cause I remember he had this I don't know if you follow Tory like crazy, but I he had this his live one time where he did like a whole session on his live.
Okay,
You feel what I'm saying? He let the fans pick the beat. He let the yeah, he like
that's
here
dope.
I want. Y'all want that one? He'll be like, give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down. And everybody give him a thumbs up for a certain beat. He'll go in, he started literally. He
That,
got a thing on YouTube to where it's a live studio, a live recording session from start to finish. You feel what I'm saying? Of how he picks the beat, how he records in the studio. Cause when I found out, I noticed, I was like, damn, like he records just like how I do it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it was, I mean,
no, that's a dope person because Tory's always put the music first, and Tory, like you said, can sing without auto tune. That's what I don't think. I mean, even the Godfather of auto tune, T-Pain, sounds absolutely amazing without auto tune. So yeah, that's the ultimate hater take, thinking that like anybody can sound good with auto tune, because it's definitely not the case. And congratulations to you, because you found a good way to your music sounds good too.
I
Like I
appreciate
said, I've had other rappers on the podcast, and I make it a point, like I don't have anybody on my podcast that like I legit don't like their music, and like I heard your music, and it's like it sounds good, like on the ear, like it sounds good quality too, like it doesn't sound like cheap quality. You do a good job of making like quality music. Something I wanted to ask you, because I feel like you're like a good, like you're the perfect person to ask this question. Obviously Drake has like a lot of famous one-liners. Like probably nobody has more famous one-liners than Drake. But something that I know you've heard before, and I know you'll maybe or may not relate to, is the famous line where he talks about athletes want to be like the rappers and athletes. We want to be them, and they want to be us. Like I always, and this is coming from back when I was an athlete, when that song came out, I always found that to be super true. Like the rappers kind of want the stability and shit like that, and like the credibility that comes from being an athlete, and the athletes want the freedom that comes with being an artist, right?
it.
There's like it's a
Hey,
give and take.
on me, that's what it is, man. I remember, I was like, because I remember just seeing my cousin while I was doing football. I remember
Mm,
watching my cousin back in the day. Like, he going on tours. He like, you know what I'm saying? He's like 12, 13. He's going
yeah,
on tours with Lil Wayne. He just been around all these types of people. And me, I can't do any of that. Why? Because I have an image. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I can't do that because hey, this high school team, this college team looking at me, and I can't be placed as a, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Especially when you play for OU, like you can't do nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Like, did you guys have? I'm sure you guys did. If our little school did it, you guys had it. Did you guys have like a day where like the Twitter guy came and talked to you guys about like all the things you can and can't post
Yeah,
on Twitter? I remember. Yeah, I remember the first thing I did when I quit playing football was start cussing on social media, just because I fucking could, man.
I'm already knowing, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, people don't, and it's not saying like I don't understand it. Like they can't have anybody just saying any type of thing, especially with cancel culture nowadays and everything. Like I understand where the schools are coming from, but people don't understand the kind of personal freedom that you do give up when you part of a college program like that. You can't just really do anything you want. Like you gotta apply it through this filter of the rules, which to a certain extent for a young guy can be helpful at times, but sometimes it can also feel stifling, because it's like it's a time where you're trying to like learn yourself, right? And it's like it's maybe your first time out of your hometown, or first time out of mom's house, or whatever the case may be, and like you're trying to grow as a man and learn yourself, but you're being forced to kind of do it within these walls, right? Like
Right.
it's an interesting dynamic. Like I felt like, but it's a good thing. It comes with good things too, but it's a double-edged sword. Like I feel like once I quit playing football, almost like you described earlier, like I almost had to get to know myself all over again.
Yeah, for real.
That's a real thing, man. Man, and then what have you? All right, so let me ask you this question: if this ever happened to you, because back when I made music, sometimes you find yourself like, okay, me and my boy's gonna make a song, but he brought a homie that he said he could get on the track or whatever. Like, have you ever had somebody try to collab with you that you just weren't feeling? Like I remember one time, me and my boy, we did a whole song. It was a pretty good song, but there was one open verse left, and we gave the open verse to a homie. And to this day, I fucking hate his verse. And he didn't rap about anything that we was rapping about. Have you ever had somebody like kind of hop on a track and kind of butcher the track?
Hell yeah. I think bro, that happens to every fucking body, bro. Hell yeah. Like, and like, man, I'm the type of guy, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm the type of guy, man, like I give people a chance. You feel what I'm saying? I give them a chance to show themselves, showcase themselves and stuff like that, man. But if obviously if you fuck up that chance, man, I won't be getting no more songs with you. Like That's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
not like I'm this, you know, person or whatever, but it's just on some stuff like I have a lot to offer. I have a lot to bring to the table when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? So like, and when I'm doing that, not only is you not wasting my time, you just wasting my time. You also wasting because I rent out the studio as well. You feel what I'm saying? So I do that too. I record people. So you waste you fuck on my money too.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very real thing, man. And yeah, no, and it's like the classic advice people give you of like if you don't take yourself seriously, then nobody else will take you seriously. So it's like if I can't be attaching my name to a sub quality product, you know, it's a real thing, man. No, but that's funny, man, because it's always like, and it's always the guy who's like is kind of has the wackest verse, or like he's like posting the studio on his Instagram and shit. You know what I mean? Oh
Oh,
man, you already know. All right, so then keeping it on kind of like the football and hip hop kind of tip, man. I don't know if you listen to Wale at all, but I always thought Wale had the best football bars. Like as far as like bars that have like subtle like references and shit about him. He'll drop like a cover too. He'll drop Wale drops in like references that like you kind of got to be a football player to really understand, or at least have an understanding of the game. Off the top of your head, can you think of anybody with better football bars than Wale?
better football bars.
Lil Wayne has some good ones too over the years.
Uh, but man, football bars.
I feel like Wale and Wayne. I feel like Wale and Wayne, they always kill it with the football bars.
Yeah, I can't really think of.
No, yeah, they the main ones, man. They the main ones in my opinion for sure.
Yeah,
And then what if you could snap your fingers and have any kind of dream collab, you know what I mean? Have anybody hop on a track with you, or you get on their track. Who would that number one? Who would be the answer for you?
man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it'll probably have to be like a dream collab with me, man. Will probably have to be uh either Tory or Young Thug.
Ooh, I can hear both of those sounding dope with your style. That would be fire. That would be fire for
Young
sure,
Thug,
man.
like man, he's like very like man, he's like a freaking like honestly and like just on not even just on the music tip, like he's just a genuine person. You know what I'm saying? And like I flock to genuine people. I stick to genuine people.
Is he from Louisiana too, or is he from Atlanta?
He from Atlanta.
Oh, he's from Atlanta. All right,
Yeah.
no, explain this to me because I feel like I feel like you're a few years younger than me, and I feel like I'm just old enough to where like Young Thug kind of caught our generation, like my generation, like a little bit off guard. You know, like he definitely like was so different, and obviously the talent's there, and most people have came around, but yeah, the younger generation, like which like I say, you're not that much younger, a few years younger, but like you guys really like regard Young Thug in a very have a ton of respect for Young Thug. Whenever it's like, and anybody kind of my age or older, I feel like has a different interpretation of him. It's just, so. Do you think it's just because like what do you think that is? Just what do you think that is?
To be honest, I didn't like Young Thug at first either.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
at first either. It's just when I started listening to his interviews and
okay.
seeing the way he think, that's when I started to become like a supporter of him. I'm like, oh man,
Okay.
what would he do? Like he really like he give free game. He just do a lot of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah, like I
he
always heard that. I always heard that rumor that like he essentially paid Lil Baby $100,000 to stop selling drugs, so that like his music career could take off without him getting caught up. Like that's one of those kind of unconfirmed, kind of I don't know, internet street
yeah
rumors, but that's what they say, right?
yeah that's what they say. You
That's
know what
what
I'm saying?
that's real. It don't get no realer than that. That's whenever that's the story that changed how I viewed Young Thug. I was like, damn, Young Thug really like putting his money where his mouth is as far as like helping people, stay out the way.
On me. That's why, man, I'm a supporter of Thugger. You feel what I'm saying? Always like him and Tory, like I said.
Yeah, no, that's real, bro, for real. Like, and I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Like, there's artists that I listen to this day because I just like respect the man. Like Wiz Khalifa is one of those persons. Is Wiz Khalifa beating anybody bar for bar nowadays in 2020? Probably not. But like, is he collabing with the hottest artists? Whatever, probably not. But like, just what he stands for and how consistent he's been, and he never really he always just stayed real to who he was. You know what I mean? Like I respect like the character of him, so I bump his music based kind of like what you said, like of like respecting the man. It's not that I think he makes bad music, but there's people out there that make better music than Wiz. But I choose to support Wiz because of like his character and how like the type of shit he represents. Like I'm a big MMA fan. He just bought into the PFL, like shit like that. Like I feel like people nowadays listen to, it's not just so much do I like this song or do I not like this song. It's like, do I like fuck with this person that's making this
Oh,
song?
that's and me and my girl, man. We yesterday. It's funny you said yesterday we was eating and shit, and she was like, and we was talking, and she was like, we were talking about like T-Pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
We brought up T-Pain and Akon. She was like, yeah, we. She was like, yeah, when have you ever like T-Pain is better than Akon? T-Pain, and I'm like, babe, like, so you telling me T-Pain is not like as far as rapping better than Akon? I'm like, babe, like Akon made T-Pain.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally discovered him.
Akon made T-Pain, and
Yeah.
she's like, well, I don't well think about Akon, like where is he done? Like you don't hear none of his music. You know that like he's fell off the face of the earth. And I'm like, babe, he's building a city. He's building
Yeah.
a country out there in Africa. Like what?
Like
Like,
you haven't heard of him because he is literally the Black Panther. He works for Marvel now and he is fucking building Wakanda. Seriously. Like
exactly.
Like the shit that, like the headlines that I read about Akon, I'm always like, is this like some fucking clickbait? Is this shit real? Because like he's thinking so big, like just so big.
Nah, on me that's how it is.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. I like that. I like that you think bigger picture like that too. Because yeah, that's what it's about, right? Like anybody can make the hottest song for that week or for that month or for that TikTok hashtag. Like anybody can kind of randomly kind of catch flame, if you will. But like, I really do think of like that, like who you are, like what you're about. That's what like provides like sustainability and longevity. Like that's what Nipsey Hussle's fan base loved about him. Just like 10 years of consistency and not switching it up. Or like you said, like Young Thug putting his money where his mouth is, or just that's what it is. Because I feel like different people can make a good song or a bad song on any given week or given month, but it's like to your fan base that's gonna stick with you is for like who you are. I feel like just as much, if not more, than like song for song what you're putting out. If that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but I mean, obviously the music's a good part of it too. Like, right, you don't even get those fans if the music's trash. So it's obviously that delicate balance, man. But man, honestly, I think that's about what I have for you, brother, man. I really enjoyed talking with you, bro. I really appreciate you coming on Dreadful Talk.
No problem, man. And likewise.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely you gained at least me as a fan, and I'm sure plenty of my listeners and viewers. Definitely you in the rotation on my Spotify. That's for damn sure. I really enjoy your music. Go ahead and tell the people where they can find you, socials, YouTube. You just dropped a project. Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry, I jumped the gun. You just dropped a project a few days ago on June 23rd. You dropped one, right?
Yeah, I dropped one. Heck yeah.
I listened to it, man. It's a three song project. I really fucked with the song Code Red. That
Oh,
song.
for real?
That was my favorite one. Yeah, the one with that you had no features on, man. I think you killed that shit by your damn self.
On, bruh, on me, my girl was like at first, cause you know, you ain't nothing without somebody behind you,
Yeah.
a strong woman behind you. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
My girl's like, Cold Red is really good, but I don't think that should go on the EP. I'm like, babe, like, you serious? And I just was like, I kind of snuck it on the EP. And when she seen it on that, she was like, you ready to put it? I was like, babe, just listen to how it flow. Then, like, you know what I'm saying? And people was like, yeah, they fuck with Cold Red. They fuck with Cold Red. So,
Yeah, that was my favorite one, man. That was my favorite one. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, man. As far as it goes, that was my favorite track, man. And I'll make sure to get deep into your catalog too. But you released two different projects in 2021, man. And like I said, I respect the consistency and the hard work and just keep putting one foot in front of the other, man. That's what I'm learning, like in this podcast game, and really it's really about being the last man standing. Like I said, like that little 15 minutes of fame or flash in the pan, like anybody can get that. And that type of shit is slippery, right? Like, yeah, you may get it, but it's hard to hold on to. But the type of people that keep putting one foot in front of the other, you may look up 3, 4, 5 years from now and, oh, all your competition is gone. But now you have this fat ass catalog. And like, that's really what it's about, man. The best example of that, bringing it one last Louisiana rapper reference, is Currency.
yeah.
Currency is the definition of building a fan base from the ground up, not giving a damn about really anybody but that fan base, and then providing that fan base with consistent content for years on end. And he never has an empty show. He never flops. You ain't gonna catch Currency on any top 40 stations, but Currency's had like a 20-year rap career. I'm sure he's doing just fine for himself financially. Like, I don't count pockets, but I'm sure he's doing just fine. And I don't know. I've always loved that about Currency, man. Like, he has done him for like 15 fucking years, bro, since I was like in middle school.
Yeah, Currency, man. Currency, he's like that, you
He
know?
I think he provides like a dope like lane, like a dope example of just sticking to your guns, right? Like, not necessarily, he never chased a certain sound or tried to do what was hot. He just fucking did him.
On me. And that's how it was. And to be honest, and that's kind of how this next but so one of the biggest project that I ever did in my life, man, the biggest project I've been working almost uh 2 years.
Oh
Like
shit.
it's 2 years, that's false. Probably like a year and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
Half on, right? It's called Sincerely Pabbi. All right.
Ah,
That
dope.
that's dropping uh that's dropping July 10th. Man,
Oh shit, busy man.
Man, yes, it's gonna be one of like I got like it's gonna be all on the radio station out here. Like it's gonna
Hell
be one of
yeah.
the biggest drops that I'm trying to get in, and it's gonna be like is it because this is the first time where I let people into who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
really Pabbi. It's almost like I see it as like this tape, the intro, the you know what I'm saying, the second song, third song, all that is just like it's like an intro paragraph, right? Then you got your body paragraph, and at the end of the song is my signature with Sincerely Pabbi.
So it's a project. It's not just a
Yeah,
bunch of singles. It's a
no,
whole cohesive project on
yeah,
some
it's
like
yeah, project, yeah. So
you know
this is
that's fire, bro. I love when rappers can do that. Or really any artist. I love whenever there's like a consistency to a project, man. You know who's the goat of that in my opinion is Kendrick. Like you can turn on any random Kendrick Lamar song and you can tell what album it's from because each album was like its own energy. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
I, I always liked when artists can do that, man. I'm looking forward to that drop, man. I'll definitely promote it. I'll definitely give you the repost. I'll definitely put it in rotation, man. I'm looking forward to it, that brother. That's really dope. You said that's 7/10. I think that's the same day as the Conor McGregor fight, man. So that's gonna be a big day, man.
I wish I would have knew that.
No, man, no, that's dope, man. Because everybody, people are gonna be partying. People are gonna be like all at like watch parties and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a good day to drop a song, man. People are gonna be listening to music. People are gonna be turned up. You know, that'll be a good day to drop it, man. I'm looking forward to it for sure. You said it's called Sincerely Pabbi,
Yeah, it's called Sincerely Pabbi.
and
It's
is that dropping on Spotify everywhere?
yeah, it's gonna drop everywhere.
Dope, dope. What's the any videos? Any videos coming?
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, trust me. We just shot a photo shoot on my clothing brand, Sincerely. So we just shot that, which was freaking awesome. Then we got the video shoot to one of my singles called Zooted from the tape. It's gonna, hey, I'm telling you, it's
Oh,
gonna.
that's dope. The Sincerely, that's the music project and the clothing project. That's man, shout out to the late great Nip Hustle, man. He'd be proud
Oh,
of you, bro. He'd be proud of you. That's a dope. Like, yeah, man, that packaging shit together like that. That's a dope move. I respect that from like a marketing perspective, man. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that, man. And then what about any live shows? Any shows coming? You into live shows at all?
oh, heck yeah. So actually, on the day that I drop Sincerely Pabbi, I'm gonna have a show at this. It's gonna be like this fat ass pool party. You feel
Oh,
what I'm saying?
dope.
Yeah, they got me going to the pool party to perform some of the songs off the tape, and I got some other performances. And I'm trying to get locked in out there and get some stuff going out there in LA. Honestly, man, to
Hell
where I
yeah.
can perform a couple times. I stay out there for like a week, and I could just perform all week. You know what I'm saying? So we could definitely lock in with that if you know any you know what I'm saying, places that I could possibly hit up out there.
Yeah, man, and maybe I can talk to my uncle and see if he knows of anything, man. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm rooting for you, bro. That sounds like a solid ass game plan, and like that's what I like about your approach. You can tell that you're not just kind of winging it and going at like you lay out like a game plan and then you execute it, man. That's that shit that I'm talking about that crosses over, man. Like just them lessons that we learn without even realizing that we learning them. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just be living life just by what do they say, by the seat of flying by the seat of their pants. Like just go like you'd be surprised as how many people go through life just whatever happens wherever I end up. But you gotta be like deliberate in your movements and in your choices, man. And I feel like that's what you're doing, man. And that's the way to do it for sure, man. Um, but yeah, brother, man, this was a fun one, man. This was episode 49 of Dreadful Talk. Support everything AMG Pabbi's doing. You can find him on Spotify. You can find him on YouTube, AMG Pabbi, right here on Instagram as well. Man, this was a fun one, brother. I really appreciate your time, man.
I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Enjoy the rest of your day, brother, man. This is episode 49 of Dreadful Talk. Like, subscribe, and share, motherfuckers. Let's go.